celebrate ye maame no papa Afranto market e ho na dwuma ne bekoso competition dancing competition ka ho sara nso na live band ne enoma bebre e bekoso e wo ho ye beto nsa friend sorry ene akuhudu nyina ma ne meme nyina de ne duru ho amomra emfa moni monyam emeta akire tasty tomato paste ene ne Oyerepa ka bom ya ye di dwuma Mother's Day promo ye sheda ma ye maame no special treat enti e duru ho a uti ye na maame te ase ananso wo maame bi a wafa waye ba na wo de no aba na wabegege ne so
Sanso na May Day celebration bekoso na we no Oyerepa Security Games 2026 eno nti ye ne woni abambofo wo man mu nyina na eka bomo ye di sagro no Ghana Prison Service ka ho Ghana Immigration Service Ghana Police Service Ghana Armed Forces afei Ghana Customs and Division ena Ghana Fire Service wo mu nyina ka ho ball ene ye kwa akobo na Nation Dr. Edujemfi time da so wono ena wagine mu anase wo so dwumedie asene na ebekoso wo Poku Ware Park ne so a no pa no nkono ekosise enwumre nonum ene fa second May ti yenhya ne so se duru a ye nyina ye beba ne aba behwe de ekoso
ye de ensem bi atiti sei ene aboa no a ye de besom enwumre nya ye be ye dwumen me akrese dua me menua
nana efia broni papa bi
afi yemfa brani yemfa kase ni nchiremu ntoamoso Ghana Mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene day wagudi Sofia Kobo from ya Nkran Terminal 2 ni Terminal 3 T2 ni T3 ewa Accra International Airport no ye bebiem na yakabom se ne be betimi aboa Mariam hye benya baabi agina baba ne ho yie ene day ya wode ehoma anaso se wode Sofia Kobo from bi anu wode atudwa se o my Ghana ye ka bibrima to ye West Africa ha nipa bebre pese okurukra na obehwe ne o mapa Ghana wo enu nti yesiesi ye mfikyire saa ebeboa de animonyam amaye
Sebeya Accra awimhyen ginabia kese wo mamu emu betimi atre na enam so amakone abadi atimi akoso ne nipa dodo atimi afa ho ka ho bi ama omampani John Dramani Mahama enei ede aso abofom a eye Terminal 2 ene Terminal 3 no empanfo ba be yensiesi o ho ne asa biemu na omampani nkase mu ena wochirem se bibi bia atimi kose de empanfo asi ahye na dwumade ni etimi wi a ebeboa pa ama oba bibirima to ya hanom de a ope airporta eso na dwumade esonko timi koso ne enam so Accra International Airport.
It's a privilege for me to join you this morning for the sword carrying ceremony marking the start of construction of the connecting concourse between Terminal 2 and Terminal 3. Today's event is not merely ceremonial, it is strategic. It reflects government's deliberate commitment to expanding critical infrastructure in our aviation space to support growth, enhance competitiveness, and position Ghana as a leading aviation hub in West Africa. This project is an investment in efficiency, passenger experience, and ultimately in Ghana's economic future. When completed, this connecting concourse will deliver the following: 5 passenger boarding bridges, air bridges, modern waiting and holding areas, premium and VIP lounges, retail and commercial facilities, and enhanced passenger service infrastructure. This project will transform how passengers move within the airport, enabling seamless, secure, and efficient connectivity between the two terminals. It will also improve aircraft turnaround time, enhance passenger handling at transit points, and elevate the overall service quality. Our vision extends beyond aeronautical operations. We're advancing plans for a 7-story, 2,000-car, multi-story car park at Terminal 3.
Yet work as a bonus so na ya consent from and government accountability series so Emma Yura eye abugina poko PMO ewasiem wono ene so for wo hwe yenyinam ensensem so na wopanyi ebra wo kasa no ene wo kire mu se yebekaya na anu ade beto dwase akosombo eyade a eja eto ho ma mahin no bi mienu ese ya chese kofa dum so yi eba ye ne sada no kamea kweso oman afa na bebia nkane no edundum ye na wo kire se nyame ncha de sa machines no a enfomso ba ho anase ejato mu no aban no anase mpanyimfo ahwe ye a wono mo edi ho dwuma enei foforo asanso aba ebebo ama ye nkanea no etumi ejina ne naso.
Akosombo used to serve as a balance of load. And so hitherto, all of us even believe that once you lose Akosombo, then you lose the entire nation. As unfortunate as it is, despite the loss of Akosombo, all the other plants have been running. But it leaves a major deficit. The fire incident severely damaged the control room responsible for power evacuation. Because when they generate the power from the thermal plant, from the hydro plant, it has to go to the control room first. Then the control room takes the power through the switchyard and distributes it. And so when you lose the control room, it means that on the spur of the moment, you cannot evacuate any power, thereby crippling the critical component of the transmission system, leaving over 1,000 megawatts of power stranded at Akosombo. Obviously, with such an unfortunate situation, and inevitably, it results in supply disruption across parts of the country. Fellow Ghanaians, as minister responsible for the energy sector, my foremost desire and objective is to ensure that every Ghanaian and every part of our country enjoys a stable, reliable, and uninterruptible power supply for economic activity and social activity. This has been the focus of our effort since assuming office, and we have not relented on that effort. This unfortunate and unprecedented disaster, which I have never witnessed, has resulted in the temporary curtailment of power from our largest generation source, the Akosombo Dam, leading to severe power challenges not witnessed in recent times. Let me state, and I state humbly to all those affected by this situation, I wish to assure you that I deeply empathize with you and I share your frustration and discomfort in this trying moment. We never anticipated this. We never saw it coming. We've never witnessed it. It's challenging, but we would rise above this challenge. Let me assure you that government, working through all relevant sector agencies, have responded with urgency and coordination. Our engineers have since remained on site. Some of them have stayed there for 3 continuous days without leaving site, working around the clock under very, very extreme and difficult conditions to restore operations. It has been hard work. It has been determination.
Oswafo to aso ene wo kire mu se enei abeto dwase wo pani a wono ene ye pani kwanchefo a woda Ghana Great Company ye twantia waka ne se Gridco engineer eye Mark Ewua ban opani no ye aka kire ne se wontena nchen kakra na wo montoto ne yema bi no wo kire die ntia e ma mpanyifo etu sa na mo no.
Let me also state clearly that disasters of this nature are neither predictable nor entirely preventable. And even in advanced countries, sometimes they face challenges. However, what remains within our control is the speed, the coordination, the honesty, and the determination with which we respond to these challenges. In our attempt to swiftly restore power, safety would remain paramount. The safety of the engineers is very, very critical. We can't afford to lose even one soul or sustain any injury. And so this work ought to be done diligently, meticulously, in accordance with safety standards. We would move with alacrity, we would move swiftly, but we would not seek to cut corners. To get to the root cause of this incident, as Minister for the sector, I've constituted a technical team chaired by the Venerable Engineer Williams Amuna to conduct a thorough and independent investigation into the incident. They will focus on the technical issues and come up with a report in 2 weeks. I'm well aware that the security agencies are also conducting a parallel one, looking at possible culpability and criminality and we'll be waiting for that investigation. Let me assure Ghanaians that we remain fully committed to restoring normalcy within the shortest possible time. I have been briefed that the engineers are working around the
Yet one some no eswa penye kwanche for that Ghana National Gas Company ano Judith Ajubable ene wakasa de ato dwasem penyimfo mpagya tariffs ne ebuomu ekakra said be ya company betimi anya sika emu eduro na wode ato gas ne bi e de ayadwuma wo atoabo ene the parliamentary select committee ye hwe energy so etu anamo ekọ ho ene penyimfo kodi nkita ho ne hono no kire se Ghana Gas for ni Public Utilities Regulatory Commission PURC for edi nkomo ahwe se bia eka wo bo ene nneoma woto ansa no de ayadwuma no ye behwe timi apagya ebuomu kakra e wo customer for nchen de amawo se de betimi aboa no waye adwuma ne ye dwumadie mu na etimi abo adwuma no wo mu kwan a wode ebefa so wo se mprempre a wo kasa no ade a plant no wo mu central processing unit bi asaya ama plant no ne broni be kasa temporary shutdown wo mu aye bie say no de ka ho tudwa.
It's very necessary that we at Ghana Gas are able to go to the PURC to convince them of certain expenditure and investments that we are doing that warrants a little increase, especially in our transmission tariff. Yes, so let's think about it this way. A little adjustment in the tariff would mean a little increment in the power, the price of power. But the other side of it is that if you don't have money at Ghana Gas enough to really operate the plant and maintain it, then the consequences are even more dire than a little increase in tariffs. Ghana Gas is ever ready. I'm sure that the Energy Committee has come and seen. This is the gas processing plant that, in recent years, since last year, the number of trips has reduced. If you go back to the history of this company, earlier on we had more trips, more downtime of our gas processing plant. And we are trying everything we can to reduce the number of trips. And then also we have increased processing gas. So the gas we processed before last year was about 100 mm scf. Today we can boast of about 120 mm scf processing of gas. There's increment.
Chairman of that parliamentary select committee ano energy sector no onumanyafo Emmanuel Kwesi Bezra ono so kasa abo Ghana Gas wono abaso pa professionalism a wono demonstrate dwumadi ahodom say no de ka ho.
The assurance I can give to the Ghana Gas management and staff is that we will do whatever it's needful for the laws that applies to them to be fully utilized. They are in the distribution of gas system, and anything that has to do with diverting their core mandate according to our own law will not be tolerated. And we have decided that when we get back, we'll have a conversation with the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, the Energy Commission, and themselves, because there are few notes that we need to address.
And a World Malaria Day, not just say, we are seeing now a that way, yes, more. Yes, fa edefa ya dear friend say malaria ho na oba omayimu asante mantem hanmo a yenso ye say ye fa e man panyifo e kasa ye defa malaria ho Asante Regional Health Director Edema Ghana Health Service no owura eye Dr. Fred Adomako Boaten e de nsema hodo tudwa no wo kire mu say no kwasem ne say se ne kane no na nka ba asante mantem hanmo a ya malaria no se ne esi akosoro no ene ente se biem enkyerɛkyerɛ no akoso ama nipa ba bete ensem bi ase ama ene malaria no abafom papa
Achei ekasa ya wochem se angogo da shanti eyo oboase manse no abra won mu enya mfie dui socio economic development plan a isi won mu anisuo no manse no enya opepa se ayarhwe papa a omafo no ehia wo boase no wode bema wonum wosi abra won mu estarte sa mini clinic no etimi aboa manipa bebro be se 8000 ena won mu enya somfa so e wo boase se yin odi tudwa eno achi ni municipal chief executive a wono so ewo ho eye Fostilaf Apia Kanin wodwumade no ase no wono so de nanim onyam beta no chese angogo da shanti eyo oboase manse no wo bon homode papa sei no so de tudwa
e wiase afa na nyina eyesi ho di eda etidi eyare no se ne ete ne de bo ho dawuro na yɛayɛ ho nkyerɛkyerɛ ne sɛnti ɛyɛ Anglo Gold Ashanti yɛnyinaa yɛnim yɛmfie du nhyehyɛ yɛn krataa a yɛayɛ ɛmfa mpuntudwuma ho ɛwɔ saa krataa mu no apɔmuden edi mu akɔtene paa ne sɛnti ɛna yɛwiase afa na nyinaa da a yɛbɔ ɛyɛ ɛtidi yɛayɛ ho ɛdɛro no na ɛbɛhia sɛ ɛyɛ quarterly mini clinic a da bi a yɛyɛ no yɛde ebi ɛbɛhyɛ ɛnɛ na temamufoɔ ɛnya ɛbrɛ ɛnya akwanya ɛtumi abɛhwehwɛ wɔn apɔmuden titiw ɛhu sɛ ɛyɛ ɛtidi yɛayɛ ebi ɛni mogya mu obiara mogya mu ɛwɔ ɔboase ɛno nti ɛna ɛnɛ yɛbɔ saa dɛre na yɛasa yɛ ɛyɛ de broni frɛ no mini clinic ahwehwɛ yɛ mogya mu ahu sɛ yɛareɛ biara ɛnhintaa yɛ ebi sɛ ɔboase mpuntuo ɛhu hia ɛyɛ Anglo Gold Ashanti ansa na koro biara bɛtu mpɔn no na apɔmuden edi mu akotene ne sɛnti ɛna ɛnɛ yɛbɔ saa dɛre na yɛakɔmmemorate ɛyɛ World Malaria Day ɛwɔ Black Park
ɛsɛ ɛbɛboa ɛnɛnɛ sɛ yɛnim sɛ malaria as aban startee ebi ani yɛkyɛ net ne nneɛma a yɛde bɛ prevent malaria yɛhwɛ ɛnɛ World Malaria Day a Anglo Gold for AJ a yɛnyinaa yɛte kuro mu yɛnim mmɔdenbɔ a Anglo Gold AJ ɛyɛ and bɔbɛboa apɔmuden ama apɔmuden nsɛm nso akɔ so. So yɛhwɛ yɛ papa initiative His Excellency John Dramani Mahama initiative Mahama Care ɛne primary health care yɛ asese a wɔde abɛyɛ ne nyinaa kɛfoɔ dwumadie ɛnɛ Anglo Gold for AD nti media megye di sɛ ɛbɛboa pa ne nsiesie a bosome bia ɔmampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ɛde aba sɛ bosome bia ekuro bia enti ne ho ensi wɔ da edi kan na ɔmfa nsiesie yɛse ahonidie ne nyamesom enti menim sɛ da ne da no yɛ clean yɛ fie yɛ clean yɛ mantam yɛ clean yɛ manso no ɛbɛboa atu malaria ɛso asete kra ɛno yɛ ade kɛse a ɛda ɔmampanyini akoma so because of the free primary health care ɛne Mahama care no so ɛno nti no
Ye to nsɛm ne so a technical advisor ya ɔhwɛ ɛkasa ɛde ɛma soafo hwɛ ngomesua so a otunefo ɛyɛ abemfu mokuni ni George Kwaku Toku Oduro ene wakasa de atodwa sɛ Ghana ban ɛnam asoɛ ahwɛ ngomesua so ahwɛ so ɔbɛhwɛ sɛ neoma mmɔfra ɛde besua ade ya bɛboa wɔ mu nyinaa no aban no ɛbɛma wɔn nsa aka Professor Oduro ɛkyerɛ aban Ariata so nei wodi sike mu eduro ehye nwomesuen papa ni titru said e beboa ma woni edi dem e wo honam ani no won so adesua be wakono no betimi akọ wanim University of Education aye ne congregation to so aduasa ya wodi abodesuafo a wabegi degrees ahodo aba so e de won certificate nyina de ama wo mo dwuma na se e no de nsini tudwa
Professor Ekasa Ewo second session Jumadie no ase eye 30th congregation of University of Education Uniba Abrana enipa 7,951 ena wonmo graduate IB edi degree ena eko ne bi nso edi diploma ewo courses ahodo ewo programs ahodo a wonmo eyeyemu ena Professor George Kwaku Toku Oduro Ekasa edi ato universities ahodo nanim se wonmo modern se graduate ahodo a watete womo de womo ba monten no ebe graduate ahodo wonmo eboa edi technology ahodo no Ohawa hodo a adokuro my Ghana no ede afiri ho na timi aboa Vice Chancellor Edema University of Education Professor Steven Johnson wono so kasa kire se university ni de ombekọ so a ede nipa wono mu etumi ade yopa e na aba abonten eno chi no e na Chancellor Edema University no eye panyi Gate wono so
Government will continue to invest in its social interventions such as the no free stress and free tertiary education for persons with disabilities, and through the GET Fund and partnership support, sustain investment initiatives towards addressing both physical and digital infrastructure challenges facing tertiary institutions. While the ministry commits itself with addressing quality-related challenges facing the education sector at all levels, we are also confronting a deeper question. What kind of graduates must Ghana produce as the global economy evolves rapidly with technology as the driver? We are living in a country characterized by profound technological transformation. Digital technologies continue to reshape how societies function.
This moment also calls for reflection within the University of Education, Winneba. We must move beyond the traditional mandate of producing graduates. We must become a problem-solving institution, one that aligns teaching, research, and engagement with the real needs of society. We must train graduates who understand not only theory, but application, not only knowledge, but impact. We must prioritize research that delivers impact, spanning public sector efficiency, innovation systems, entrepreneurship, and private sector growth, and ensure that our findings do not remain in journals but actively shape policy, unlock enterprise, and create jobs.
The University of Education Winneba is highly appreciative of government's continued support of public universities in strengthening governance, expanding infrastructure, and advancing digitalization, and reinforcing quality assurance across the tertiary sector. And like I indicated yesterday, recently, about a week back, we were giving about 2,000 slots for our students to be trained in coding and other ICT to enrich their knowledge.
Yedi eni chiremu ewo breman esikuma odoben brakwa mensimu ye no ewo emfimfiri mantemu wo musuku ba ko breman esikuma Technical Institute wo menye mfinhia makoma kwaduonu enum 25 years enu ntino na wo mo hye ho fa enam so ema headmistress ya woda suku no ano Madam Stella ekasaye editudwa chiremu se suku no eyade a wo mo hia ne ma bebre enti nkombe srese Wamampeni John Dramani Mahama ene na ban ebehwe na waboa womo bibi ti se womo classroom so no afei dormitory assembly hall dining hall ene niema bebre na enkoyi a womo hia saamo ano.
Right now, the most important one is infrastructure. We talk of classrooms, dormitories, workshops, assembly hall, dining hall. We don't have any of these. Those are the main challenges we have as the population is expanding. We are getting more students. We need classrooms. We need dormitories. We need dining hall. We need a dining hall, an assembly hall. You can see today, if we had an assembly hall, we would have done the program there. So these are the main challenges we have. To the government, to all stakeholders, to come to our aid. Give us classrooms, workshops. We are running a double track, or we are using a transitional calendar because of the inadequate infrastructure that we have. So some will have to come and go, and then I need to pave way for others also. So we appeal to the government to come to our aid. The way to go is technical vocational education. You complete a grammar school, you have to go for a remedial.
Yeko ewutu oshimpo na arawosama yensa ka chesa branti bia wadi mfie aduasa enum enei baabi a oda eden eni se mabunu no ede aboni ewutu senya west ho ama langas nsemsem yenti wepra a enei obre ewo ne prekuru emu ni din ye Daniel Labi na baabi oda na eden a oda so edro government hospital a eni a Dr. Fujan ne so ntenten na ohwe no wo kira adwumayefo ankrofo a yesi wadan wo mo construction adwuma ewo ho no bedefo a yafa wo mo no omo de omo ba site be ye adwuma ne wo si ne dan e na abo wo mo pa omo nka bia nhim na omo te yesi langas eba beto share omo so a ono a wakogye pa eye adwuma no abro ni finfram ama baabi a woda no enye kra
Warum kasa chemu se nipa asabre wopre ne nkwa no ne din ede Daniel Labi na baabi a woda sesia no emu oden papa na eyesodro aban aya asabia enom de na kwa akoto abra wonya bra ahodo na wonmo ekasa chemu se community ho no network ho nsem akwa ebuache bidin ede ama wonmo enya network ahodo so pese ofre obi a ya na ede papa eno ne nam so ema wo mra hye bedwane ono wo awutu senya west ononyamfo Gizela agbotui tete wakofa omanfo abase won maye telecommunication tower ibi mfama wo se ne be yom network ebetumi asisi yi na enu no manfo no ewo ho edi won dwuma se ne be ya eye telecommunication tower wom de besuo ena nipa be se aduasa emema won firihi no beto hye eye wona wo ye adwuma no eso manfo no mo ho no kasa chem se won kura ka kire wona won pese obepere ammo ye adwuma se adwuma no eye aban project eni to won mu enyai na won nya se adwuma no fama wo se ne be ya community no benya so mfaso nenso won mo kasa da na kofa basabasa yi ede baaye enu no ohene a ono ewo awutu ohyempe noi okoje aman ohyempe ono so akasa kyerese ne ekɔso no enye adepapa kra
ifuda ya sam kutua osibo na aso akuya ni ahunto dada ye ni ahunto mahama ho ya maboda mahama ya bra yanda neda ekukwesi mami we ne nana wode ade a woni yem ni sunye epue oda so eduru
nyame nchaade yes network ho asem yele be chenye ni nyina koda ne saka network ne dia ne bibia be koso ha nten kese pese kureketua we na ka ni tekura ne ni misa aban na eboa aban bia ba so wo se yenya aban no fa so ade nti na nka ba we ya ba na nka oboan ya na obi so nti ase ane da be hwa gidi mpla na ade nyina be umbi
pe nyina aba ye hu anse yes langa di force he ye ni be bi omu fi omu bae and aba daddy ba me baba kokura bo ye de awo no ne nsu nyina pie
enti oguso ayo mo bubu amuna na ndeda osuma langa di for omu fi omu ba krom ha butu kra o afi de ifike nti twa na ade proper amanfo boy ba ye ni aba kokura mo woni ade woni yem say me ka say the hospital sedro
o se ona nkasa president mama mbunu boja se district commander mi bua bisi mi bua nti me share papa president mama insem na ado osudodo ye ti aba ma no se na ni ye owo aban mu penifu bebua no na odi akura na man ina onu so di obetu ma ye wa ye mo china sesei kanti fo wo krom ha mo fo wo krom ha o maka na ba kwasem no enti ina odi sa de we bra ye no enti me share president mama se o simple man ya ready say o fe boja se district commander Bajubri house a nko ye be kwa yi anu enti no o mo ba isu o ma twetwa mranti fo no o mo tia mran ba ko ayi fi Kristo tete onu me bu kotodwe me master boja se district commander no wo frɛ no na ye be ba to convoy o simple man nyina ni abeyi anu
Yeko enweso ewo brim no fomensi mo epoye mantam no emo ehon so wo manfo no kyese ayemhyehye pa na abeto wo mo so kyerese na ano wo mo se emebunu bia tie sikuro no so ntokwa brane a kyese ekọ so wo ho no nyansam ketwa ya wo mo ahyehye motorbikes enkrofo bike wo mo twetweja atomo ahyehye ni nyina na ekire mu a ayakame yakwese mining fo ya na kyese entokwa aba wo mo ntemu a wamudi sanse mone no ntiama omanfo no omoti kuro no so no womoda enye yie kyerese womso omusuro se wokyena nko na bia obi ebedi wono mo bone
Omanfo no gusu kasa chemu se won mu yem hyehye wo mo pa e wo kwan a amen a won mu se wo ya sojafo no e be fa community no e bo so e de basabasa ye e baaye na won a wani ehu bie no e kasa chemu se won mu anka bia nhyem de mu ya ne se eye amen a won mu ayo mu se wo ya sojafo no aba ho na motorbikes ahodo won mu e hyehye no mu se ensan ahodo ene won sikampo enam so ema omanfo no dodo na nso dwane esan won mu enkwa eno ena nipa no bi kasa chemu se won nema dodo na afiri won san yade a esombo pa bi ye won mogapade ene won sika akese enam sa attack empo won moto aso kire se won chidom hene omanfo empo eche no de ne koye echire ena won mu eja no enam so ema won mo ahemfo ene kroma nyina won mo abohu papa eno ena ohene a owo nweso eye osabarema yebo a osai hwede a ototo mienu akasa akire mu se ade a esi ye de won mo anka bia nhyem edi hu so ena abeja wonom eni nti obeto ne nsa de afra ban ene security agencies ahodo se entam so na won mo hwe se pepepe ye atumi amanimu so
ade enti na ade na asie se aminfo bi ato ahye so kunkum mi manfo ade enti a omoko mfo mu akodi omugimadi ama China for amrante bi a mo hye soja ntade edi omachi abase omufo na omukua ya omoye no omosori mfi asase ne so ade enti ene mani abre papa ede omosan toa ebe tututu ni bi ko ho me se ya no me frame ji dom hene ene me jase hene so mo ni akire na me hwe omo di akire eye sa ade no me chi dom hene ko busa de enti a omokumi manfo na so omoye me manfo a omo di handcuff egu ni nsa ade ne kwankoko ade ko sie be don gure be 2 hours mbese mbuzo mampani ona nyina woda ye nyina no oba o kire se oba be bia nyuma mane manfo nya bia ye nibusa se enyuma na ode baaye no ebi ni ana eni tutu na ana yeso ya wo mrante e wo mabawa e wo akuku damfo wa ha no ma ebetimi ni abra sojafo no asoretia na so sanse ye nimra na ebumra eni tinu ya nya saade no
Yeko na yato asoko sehwe kura ye kuro kitwa bi ewo Amenfi West municipality mu ewo Atoye mantam emu abanyi si chips compound na yensem trofo akoba pra kohwese de no meko wo se nisie no akonenim pa
ye nipa mienu ene yeye obaako ye atabuaje dodo na afe no 80 ena afe Asare Solomon na enye facility we nkwa eno mo ye kire se won mo san ye boho e de kan ho nyina no eye kwan papa won peso ofa so ema omanfo no apomuden no mo ya hwe ho nsem no etimi ko nanim tentem Asare Solomon ene ne nsem trofo e kasa ye mane chekire botaya etaisa project echi
as a community black we papo we ya mobile tina or say inimia abadi basket ya be papo na ebo omo na kane ti botaya ni tina so so ya ni dia na ya ni saba na kane ke ni ha che pampa ni ha ni tina ma omo black we papo supply this of fleka anase plagia apart from Palian Gunika, Padiama, Opani, France, and the entire clinic and the clinic, check company of the best is your Mopanas are more. The national marriage, and say, cannot pay for the black, not community. But to the answer, this of course, some number, how to some number as you move to my oh, Panibia, my analysis of the source. Yana, I would say, I never community man, we high. Naya, yes, I do, my community.
Osan to aso de adesrede ema government health professionals yahodo no say won mo entimi mua na wonso omanfo no asene ewo niam ahodo a wode behwe ayarefo no sene be ya won botaye betimi abam ama omanfo mo sahwe kura ene mpata mu nyina etimi enya ayarehwe papa
ndi wona MC bona ne say ono benhu head director na wa maye best ni manatna na mana ye no so we say ufaso abaso Inyanes in never. When the committee na said yes, and yes, Niba, say how you fool demand here. It will be connected from by less once by day, but you know, no get to me as a police. And I demand the dashing. The line now will my toilet will be down now. Less Niba, very comfortable. I'm going to Ada or to
ye begyina omanfo ye onyame aka wa akoma yi so a wo si chips compound ama wo ekurei wo mo adoya wa ye oman Ghana so na ye de kase na kwa homegim ye nkwaje aboafo nkra ye ba ye de agudie nsem Lady Shaker ayakrado intwa ye ho komra.
Adesmai me Mama Jo Mama Kwaba edeba gudi mu nsem midi ede Helen Dakon sheka me na mede nsem ni nyina eba abesomo na nsem na se no GFA Technical Director Professor Menta ede nsem kakra atudwa se no wacheche nsem kakra ede afa football DNA no ehwo yenti nsem a Professor Menta ede tu edwa.
The philosophy is in place. We have been implementing it at the junior levels. Remember, and I want everybody to be clear on this, that the philosophy cannot be implemented fully at the senior national level. Look at Carroll's situation. Within a shorter period of time, he has to get results. That is not where you are going to implement our philosophy. You may not see the best football that Ghanaians want to see, but we want results. You may play the best football and not get the results. So those DNA, the philosophy, and everything that you have implemented is starting from the grassroots through the youth national teams, and that's what we have been doing. The coaches have been educated on it, and that's what they are going to implement, and they have started implementing it. I will challenge all of you to go and watch our Coast League, our juvenile teams play, especially Greater Accra and Ashanti region, and you see the DNA in place. You see the type of football that we want to see as Ghanaians, our gross style of play. The coaches have been trained on it, and we continue to do that.
No, any sama Professor Menta editor no any technical director edema the Ghana Football Association na yekobusa ne say Ghana your football DNA no wo hwe ye league na ye bobo na e reflect e wo so say opeso hu akohwe costume na kra ne Kumasi ubehu say eno eguso a eye adwuma na former coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko say ono ene coachi the national under 17 team no Prosper Nate Ogum edensem kakra atudwa waso be coachi Kumasi Asante Kotoko na ya ho so coachi Kotoko nemum fra o free Kotoko no on regrete yenti nsema auditu eja.
I've never regretted coaching Asante Kotoko. It's like coaching the Brazilian national team. If you coach one day, you never have that regret. So I don't have any regrets. Absolutely. And I don't have anything against anybody, whether a supporter, whether a management member, whether a player. To me, it is an honor, and it will continue to be an honor. Even now, when people see me and they are addressing me, they say former Asante Kotoko. They don't say Ebusuan Drafts or Wafa. So it's a pride that I carry along. So I have no regrets. Coming to the issue of pressures, I don't think I never had any pressure. And I kept seeing this in my interviews, and people thought I was pretending. I didn't have any pressure as far as the work demand was concerned, because I planned my life, I planned my program, I went with my own backroom staff, so they understood me, we respected each other, we were able to sit down and then analyze the training content, the training methodology, the performance at the end of training, the performance at the end of every game. So we had a clear direction where we were.
Eno ene sama Prosper Nate Ogum editu eja meno kasai no omo ewo Ivory Coast enrada eno mbu marketing national under 17 no edi omo eni chemu ewo Ivory Coast ni nyina international friendly gamer omo kobo ahead of any FIFA World Cup tournament eda omo enim no na odensem kakra atudwa efa double header omo ekobo ewo Ivory Coast no yenti ensema Prosper Nate Ogum editu eja.
Very smooth, very interesting, very, very lively. And for most of these boys, this is the first time they've experienced traveling on an aircraft. So they were very happy. They were so proud that football has given them the opportunity to be on board an Emirates aircraft from Accra to Abidjan. So everybody was happy, everybody was excited, and it was just a 40 minutes flight, so it was less stressful. So to sum it up, it was very smooth and very interesting. I think
Janko PM ewo amananensem ne kwako PM ewo Italian Serie A nimo weekendy games eba so Napoli etnefie eche Cremonense eshomo 4-0 Torino enso ene Inter ebo 2-2 ena Milan enso ene Juve ebo 0-0 yenko ne yenko hwe said the highlight no games no esi ekoe
has options, has support. Fofana Conceição has a bit of space here. Conceição and sliding in is Thuram. Locatelli And a fine Conceição, pass back to Zaghi. Conceição! Blocked by Mike Maignan. Cope Mainers wins it back. Cope Mainers! And looped towards Mike Maignan. These teams claim a point in their quest to qualify.
Short by Barella this time. In by Sucic. And just wide by Akanji. Sucic. Boni. It's run for Di Marco. And Thuram is there. Every time he plays Torino. Di Marco for Thuram. And here's Di Marco. Darmian is there. Terrific defending from Torino into very... Di Marco's ball in. Bisek! It's an inter-trademark routine. De Bruyne. Now McTominay. Can he score this time? A fast start from... Still going here, Højlund. He wants to do it all himself. The deflection takes it in. And Napoli double their lead. Still Alisson. Clever ball. McTominay kept it alive. Males lost it to De Bruyne. How about those three scorers? Alisson Santos. Højlund up with it. Alisson Santos going himself. And that was a slick counter-attack. It's McTominay, saved by Altero.
Weekend ukopiem ewo Italy a ekoso ewo honom na aha ena bremema kwan ama media agudie mu nsem ni nyina ede esi midin ede Helenda ko shika menam de nsem no eba besom na na ama intifo ede yebebrem ewo enegide mu nsem.
Ewo enkran na ho ne nsɛmtwerɛni a yɛfa no Regina Van Helvet ɛde na yɛfo ɛhyehyɛ so na ɛyɛ fɛyie papa pa fi sɛ nkɔfo pɛnasɛm nam so nwumtofo ahodoɔ pii ɛkɔpie mu ɛperform yɛ. Memuna Jaffa Jackson Nuntuni Jackson Michael Jackson when your baby court na wafa say na awtwe ye wopa album bi hontoma osiesie ne ho te se ne wofa eperform
abusuafo ye mama kwa aba ye de aseda ebema nanama na afei Lady Shaker ya ode agudie mu nsem na sports de bre yen ye ko Washington America man kropon mu na no memenda na jo asem si nyame amfafia anka America fo anti asempa ene se mampani Donald Trump no ne adofo bi ahia White House o ya mu ADDA atopono obi anka bia nhime si tuo ne bobe mpenum afei na wo se ye fa mampani di ni dwane fa backdoor ne adi ne pie ko na no achi no abekasa sade na ekoso no nsuro.
That right there could be the security failure, but it could be room for improvement.
Isn't that the point, though, the one that you've just made, that the alleged gunman...
da ena brantie ko Thomas Allen a wadi mfia duasaba ko atwi tu a nsem trafo dina na ekoso Washington DC odi etuo no ko ho a ne bambo adwumafo nanka etim achi abrantie ko di ewu ho ana mu ena mampani Donald Trump ana ono ankasa na ye dwumadie na ma nsem trafo di odwuma wo na tena ye ababontia bekyerem se ade na ekoso nya ade no na ehu abona na se na osuro kra efiri se ono no oye Kristoni a ogidi se onim niam pi wa brabom.
I don't know. It sounded to me, I read a manifesto. He's radicalized. He was a Christian, a believer, and then he became an anti-Christian, and he had a lot of change. He's been going through a lot based on what he wrote. His brother complained about him, and I think reported him to the police, and his sister likewise complained about him. His family was very concerned. He was probably a pretty sick guy.
Adesimama ha ene de kasie ni nyina esie na yeguso aye bomonka yese PBL Broadcasting Limited no yedwumedi ato ni dis Oyerepa Security Games baso 2nd May wo ekweku anasa abambofo ku ahodo wo mayimu ene yekwa akohia na yakwa akobọ ball nti yenhye ne so sedru wa yenso yebebebi Dr. Time da so ena wo so dwumedi no ase anopa no nkron kosi enwume no num ne fa ewo opoku ware park ne so wa tinedru wa yenyina yemra
ye kai mo 10th May kwesiada ebei ne na wotwe Mother's Day edru hwa fa ma me bra ne anyeje ne so emfa emaw hye nso se ya hyehye ya ye ne tasty tomato paste akabom ye be no anuane ye be bo nwom ye be sa ye be didi ye be nom o ma metiase o obi a wafa won so aye ba no fa ne bra na ye mejeje ne so emfa no emaw bibi kire wadwen na pese ufra wo de to anamo bra na wo ne ye meka eho asem ana wo productive apese ebo ho daru ma wa eno so ba ha ye do beka ho na wa ye co-sponsor na ya ye bibia amano aye kama ha ne brebe ma ye kwan me edum si ye sorry ma ye program sa aka beto am so nyame adom akina wo de ye nkwachen ya ye besan ba besom me de kwese do enwumre mini minua
nana efia brody papa bi
ya da munyina ase mamwadwo nyame ma de panche